Hello, everyone. Where have I been? I've been sick as hell. The worst cold I have had in years. Absolutely nuts. It was so bad I started to think it might actually be a bioweapon coming from another planet 4 light years away. I never really did confirm or deny that. The good thing that happened when I was sick, though, is I finished The Dark Forest, and, the Three Body Problem was already my favorite sci-fi book I'd ever read at the point I read it, but The Dark Forest kinda leaves it in the dust. This thing was a monster. It's kind of hard to talk about without going into spoilers, and that will be a video I make once I finish the series. But yes, this is a series about an alien invasion that is very unique and unlike anything I'd really seen before. And it's the story of humanity, how they come into contact with these aliens, and how they deal with it. And it is incredibly brilliant. You know, it's a very hard sci-fi story. A lot of science mumbo-jumbo stuff going on. Xixin Liu is obviously extremely well researched in this stuff, as the, developments humanity makes in the Dark Forest feel extremely natural and believable progressions, despite, still obviously being in the realm of sci-fi. The stuff going on in this book feels so authentic, you almost believe that it's real. And let me tell you, that's horrifying. Because what the Dark Forest hypothesizes about the universe is enough to drive someone insane. Oh my god. Not only is it one of the best sci-fi books I've ever read, it's surprisingly one of the most horrifying. But there's one element that for me really elevated this book beyond Three Body Problem. If you remember when I talked about that book, loved it, but there wasn't much to say on the character front. Clearly was not a very character-driven story. It was more focused on the ideas, and I thought that was okay. And The Dark Forest continues to be a very big ideas book, but it's now all revolving around our central character, Dr. Luoji, who's an absolutely brilliant character that really brings the story down to a raw human level, and following him made this already masterful story all the more engaging. I seriously cannot praise this book enough. Genuinely, for a sci-fi fan, you have to read this series, and I'll hopefully be able to read the third one by the end of the year.
Something might happen here, and if it does, so what?
And with that, he has established willful intent, so if he exposes himself tonight in the eyes of the law, it will not be considered an accident.
Ready.